Hello everyone, I thought I would take you all along with me today. Today I thought I would go do some shopping, and we'll go by the Goodwill, and I am going to go to Wal-Mart. I need to go to Wal-Mart and pick up a few things, but I thought I'd just vlog today and just take you along. Hope this video finds all of you well. I don't plan on spending a lot of money today, but we'll see how that goes. So, I'll catch back up with you in a little while. Well, guys, I thought I would vlog a little bit while I'm driving. I've actually got a tripod that I can use here in the car, but I'm going to be taking the back roads into Wal-Mart. But yeah, I hope you all are doing good. I'm just taking my time driving here. So what's new with everybody? I'm doing pretty good myself. I have my good days and my bad days since my heart attack, but I'm doing pretty good for what it is, you know. It's sunny here today, and I believe it's going to get pretty hot. It's been hot here lately, in the 90s, the upper 90s, and it's been kind of hard to walk, and it being this hot, I'm going to have to take advantage of my free gym membership, it looks like. I have a free membership, and I haven't used it yet. I just got my card here a couple, 2 or 3, well, I'd say last week, I believe it was. The name of the program is Silver Sneakers. I'd never heard of it, but it comes through my insurance, and I've got several different places around town that I can go. I haven't been to any of them yet, but I will. I won't let it go to waste. That's for sure. But I'm thinking I'm going to have to do some of the walking indoors. Like I said, it's been pretty hot. I don't know if a lot of you all do this during hot days in winter time, but a lot of times at our schools they allow some of us to walk the halls, and but during the summertime, my husband, he is a custodian at the school, and during the summertime you can't walk because they're in their wax, scrubbing and waxing. So yeah, so I used to be a custodian at a school for many years until I got disabled, and as hard of a work as it is, I have to say I miss it. I really do. I miss it. you know, when you're disabled, you feel cut off from the world. That's why I like YouTube. I don't feel so cut off. I used to do Facebook a lot and still do some, but I just got tired of that, so I started YouTube. You know, it's just I have a lot of fun doing YouTube. I have a lot of friends on YouTube, and I welcome any friendship. I like being inspirational to people. I enjoy, you know, making people happy, and hope that they like my videos. My car is pretty loud. I need to have some exhaust work done on it. I might do it pretty soon before I get a ticket. I'm just hoping not to get a ticket until I can afford to get my exhaust work done. But, well, anyway, moving on. It's about 11 a.m. on Wednesday morning. I just decided I needed to get out and especially go to Wal-Mart. I've been trying to walk, and I can't walk by myself because I have real bad vascular disease, or at least they think that I do. I've done went through the test, and since I had my heart attack, this is something that has come up, and I've been trying to walk, and used to I had to walk on a cane, and since I had my heart attack, I've been able to get rid of the cane, but I still can't walk long distances. I used to be really unstable in my walking, and since I had my heart attack, that left me. I don't know why, but it did. And I guess by the grace of God, I at least have some of my strength back. But I go the 25th to my cardiologist, so maybe I'll find out something there about the vascular disease, and I'm really hoping that they'll put a stent in my leg so I can actually walk good and for long distances. That would be great if they would do that, or if they could do that. I'm just praying about it, hoping that one day I will be able to walk distances again, long distances. But when I go walking, I walk for, say, and I couldn't do this before I had my heart attack. There was just no way. So there is some blessings in all things. But I will walk maybe 50 yards, and it is so, after I walk so far, it becomes so painful that I have to sit down. And luckily in the park that I walk in, they have benches ever so many yards, and my husband, sometimes he has to actually help me to the bench after I've walked so far, and I keep looking to see if it's shut off. Sometimes it'll shut off on me, but he'll help me walk so far, and then it becomes so painful. I mean, it is extremely painful, and I have to sit down and rest, for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and I have to actually rub it out, in my calf. It's my left calf, and like I said, it's awful. It's so painful, but I'm gonna keep doing it. I need to walk, especially after having my heart attack, even if I have to do it like I'm doing it. Like I said, I go basically from bench to bench to bench, and I guess it's better than nothing, but so I thought I would go today to Wal-Mart to see if I could find anything that will, fit around my calf and maybe help me with the pain in my calf. I'm not sure if I can find anything or not, but I'm going to go see. I sort of got something in my mind, but I was thinking if I had something that would sort of wrap around or fit around my calf, then maybe I could walk further distances. I don't know that to be the truth. It's just going to be something that I'm going to have to try. I don't know. We'll see. I would love to be able to get to where I could walk long distances again. Oh, nobody knows. It's been, before I had my heart attack, I could barely walk 15 feet to my mailbox. 15, 20 feet, however much it is, to my mailbox and back. So I feel blessed that I've actually got a lot of my mobility back since I had my heart attack. But I'm just going to see how it all works out. I'd love to be able to actually come off a disability and go back to work. That may sound crazy to some people, but when you have to sit home all day, and especially when you have mobility issues and you can't really get out and go like you used to, it's a very, very lonely life and a very frustrating life. Before I had my heart attack, my husband was actually helping me in all forms, helping me. If I had to get up, he would have to help me up. Just a lot of things like that. And that didn't happen all the time, but let's say 75% of the time I couldn't even get up out of the chair without help. So, you see, sometimes the oddest and the strangest things, such as a heart attack, can be a blessing. And that's how God works. He works in mysterious ways. I'm at a red light right now. I'm not that far from Wal-Mart. But yeah, sometimes God works in strange and mysterious ways. It's just crazy. It's wild. But yeah, I'm moving again. Sort of concentrating on my driving going through the town here now. I stopped this morning and had me a biscuit from Hardee's, and I haven't really done that much since, I've had my heart attack, and I feel sort of sluggish today. I shouldn't have ate that, I don't think. But, I mean, golly, you can't do without. I'm telling you, it's rough having to eat so healthy sometimes. I'm in the Wal-Mart parking lot. Thank goodness somebody just pulled out of a handicapped spot. So I'm going to see what it's like to walk through Walmart the first time. Used to, before I had my heart attack, my husband had to wheel me through it in a wheelchair. It was pretty rough. At times it was just embarrassing in one sense of the word. But anyway, I'll pause it for right now, and I'll catch back up to y'all in a little bit. Well, guys, I'm back. Went into Walmart. I wasn't able to walk like all the way back through the store or anything like that. I was able to get a few things at the front of the store, which the medicine and all the ace bandages, that kind of thing, was at the front of the store, which that's really what I was looking for. Something for the calf of my leg to maybe put some pressure on it to keep it from hurting when I walk. I found two different things that I thought might help. I'll try them this evening and just see how it goes. But I did realize that I was going to have to I'm losing my train of thought. Something caught my attention, but anyway, I did realize that if I do any major shopping, yes, I still am going to have to use my wheelchair, and my husband will have to push me through, but that's okay. At least I gained back some strength. and can walk a little better than I once did. So that's a good thing and a blessing. But I'm still here in my in the shopping center area. That's Wal-Mart back behind me, and we have Shoe Show and Ingles and Sally's Beauties and Title-Ons and ABC Store and Rich's Family Hair Cutters, Cato's, Philly Steaks, and there's a therapy place, and then we have a China restaurant, and a tobacco and vape store, and a Little Caesars right here. And so that's my hometown shopping place. We have a Sonic over there. Let's see, a McDonald's down the road. There's a gas station. And I don't know if y'all can see it on my camera, but there is a lot of people call them snake doctors. Let's see, what is the actual word for it? I can't think, but keeps flying around my car. And I have some pictures that I took one day while I was on a walk with of some of those. I think they're so pretty, and for whatever reason that day it's sort of they kept following me when I was on this walk, and it just, for whatever reason, it reminded me of my dad. My dad passed away in 2006, and a lot of times when I go out, it's like these things come to me, and there they are. I mean, they follow me. And it was a funny thing. There this morning, I was in a different town, and there was one flying around my car. And now I come to this town, and there's one flying around my car. And it just keeps going around and around and around my car. And I don't know how many of you believe in stuff like that, but I do. I believe that sometimes it's signs. I just found it weird that I'm in one town and it flies around my car, and in a second town and it flies around my car. I just thought it was interesting. I thought I'd share that with y'all. It makes me feel, and there it is again. It makes me feel like my dad's around me. Here it is at my window. It's so interesting. But sometimes when I'm down and out, which I have been here lately, this little, I can't think of the proper name for it. I call it a snake doctor. But it keeps flying around. I just find it weird. Especially in two different towns. That's wild. But I'm going to pause here and get my camera set up so I can head on to where I need to be, and I'll talk to you all on the way. Okay, guys, I'm back. I kind of got freaked out sitting here on the Wal-Mart parking lot. Um, there was a guy walking, and he was walking a pretty good far distance away, and even with my glasses, sometimes I can't see that well. But what it was, he was there's a fly flying around. He was uh, like a backpacker, and he come out of that gas station over there with that backpack on his back, and I thought, what in the world is that? It looked like a Sasquatch or something. It took me a minute to figure out that it was a guy with a backpack on, one of those big backpacks that comes up over your head, back there, and I got tickled at myself. Let me see if I can get this. I'm going to have to readjust my camera. Yeah, there we go. I had to put my car in gear. I've got my tripod. It's one of those bendy like tripods, and I had it wrapped around the gear shift. But so here we go. There's a Greyhound bus. I didn't get to see where it was headed. Now I'm back in traffic, getting ready to come up on a red light. Ew, I hate red lights. Well, I hope this, there goes the guy down the street with the backpack. Oh, Lordy. But anyway, I hope this stuff that I bought will help my leg. If any of you all has vascular disease, supposedly I do. But if you have any suggestions, please comment below. I have real bad pain in my legs whenever I walk long distances. So, but maybe some of y'all will have some ideas. But I go to my cardiologist on the 25th, so we'll see what happens there. But, I've got that. I've got neuropathy. I've got fibromyalgia. Just had a heart attack, which it was a mild heart attack, thank God, but still yet. And I had those 2 stents put in. But I do have to say, I do feel better after having the 2 stents put in. But, I used to be a custodian in a school, and I worked hard. And I just love to be able to get back to where I can work hard again. You know, that might sound crazy to some people, but I miss that money. I made pretty good money doing that. You know, especially at the school. I worked at a state hospital. That was my last job at the state hospital, but it was a mental facility. It didn't pay us good, but you know, I liked that kind of work. It kept me healthy there for years. All the exercises you got. I mean, it's hard work, no doubt about it. Extremely hard work. You know, sometimes people didn't realize how hard it was. You know, in a school, you know, I've had people say to me, and it's the worst thing that you can ever say to a school custodian is, what are you going to do for your summer vacation? What summer vacation? That's when you rip that school apart, tear it all out, put it all back together again. You got to pull out all those classrooms, all the desks, everything, scrub it, wax it, put it all back together again. And that's every single room in the school. And there was, in the school that I had, I can't remember how many rooms it was, but it was like 40 or 50. And then you got to do the, you know, the cafeterias and all the extra rooms, you know, lunch rooms and stuff. And I just can't believe people think that you get a summer vacation. It just blows my mind. I'm like, who in the world do they think is putting that school together again? The Tooth Fairy? But that's that right there. I don't care who they are. It makes people, you know, the custodian's mad. I finally got to where I laughed about it. But, you know, it's just, you know, use some common sense. Well, that was my rant for the day. Oh, Lord. It's funny, really. But, yeah. It's just hard to believe that people don't realize that the custodians has to work 12 months out of the year. At least here in my state. And I'm sure in every other state. But like I said, that's my rant for the day. I woke up real early this morning. I was glad of it. It gives me time to get out, do what I need to do before the husband comes home. He comes home around 1 o'clock. He goes in to work so early, and he gets off early. He's okay. My phone shut off on me for whatever reason. Heading back home. Need to stop and get me something to drink somewhere. I need to get groceries. I just haven't been. I've got to get me some healthy stuff to eat. Some veggies. I love veggies, so that's not a problem. Come to think about it, I might wait till Saturday and go to the farmer's market. That's what I'll do. That's a good thought. We have some pretty nice farmers markets around. I may go this evening to, depending on how tired the husband is. I know he's going through all this summer work, but depending on how tired he is, I may go to my gym, since I can do that free. My silver sneakers is what it's called. The card that I got in the mail. So I may just go and do that. Be interesting. I haven't tried it yet. If I could. Sure what I done with my bathing suit. I could go swimming. Might have to run and buy me a bathing suit. I have lost weight, so I might have to go buy one. I think I will. I've just talked myself into buying me a bathing suit. But anyway, I think I'll do that. Maybe go swimming this evening and walking and all of that at the, I wanted to say wellness center, but that's not what it's called. Recreational center. Yeah. There's a big old truck in front of me, and I kept wondering, what in the world is that thing? Well, I get to looking and it's got a well, dang it, my camera keeps turning off on me. But what I was saying, that truck was in front of me, and I kept wondering what it was. And it was a tow motor hooked on the back of that thing. I thought that was interesting, the way they had it on there. But anyway, I am at my local country store, and but I wanted to show you that. I'm going to go in and get me something to drink. But I'm going to end this vlog, and later on I'll do a Goodwill Walmart haul video. So y'all stay tuned for that. Hope you all have a great day. Remember, be fearless, be kind, and be you.